I get started giving you guys some value, giving you guys some of the things that you need, giving you guys some of the important information that you guys need, to ensure that you do grow your business the right way, to ensure that you get everything that you possibly can get done within your organization. I want to go ahead and introduce myself, right? My name is Levi Ohanenye, right? I'm a Chairman 10 within Trade House Investment Group, within Digestible, and within my own specific organization called the Launch Pad, right? Shout out to the pad, right? I recently graduated from the University of Georgia in May with my degree in business marketing. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. If you're looking at my background, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but that's actually the Atlanta, Georgia skyline, right? And I'm just here to tell you guys about the importance of your why and the importance of having a culture in your organization, right? The importance of your why and the importance of actually having a culture in your organization. So one of the things that I've heard from day one with Chairman, really honestly, Chairman Elite, Matt Rosa, one thing that he's always said is that note takers are money makers. And if you don't take notes, then you aren't going to retain the information that you hear, right? So from day one, from the time I was a Platinum 150, even unranked, I've kept a notebook full of notes from different calls and different things of that nature. And if I don't have my notebook with me, right, then what I'll do is I'll take notes on my iPad. Right, I'll take notes on my iPad, right? So Matt Rosa says, note takers are money makers. So of course, I'm always a student. Matt Rosa has the success that I desire. I aspire to be like Matt Rosa at some point. I aspire to be, aspire to do some of the things that Matt Rosa has done, some of the amazing things that he has done. So as a result, of course, I'm going to, jump in and I'm going to duplicate the things that Matt Rosa does, right? And one of the things that he talks about is taking notes. So if you're on this call, I'm going to give you about 10 to 15 seconds to pull out some notes. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pause, for about 10 to 15 seconds, just to give thanks and show some gratitude, right? To whoever you believe in, right? Give some thanks, show some gratitude, on the call for this amazing opportunity, for the ability of us, to even be able to impact so many lives and show so many different people a different way out and really change the lives of so many people, right? So I'm gonna give it about 10 to 15 seconds, just for some thanks, right? All right. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're still with me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're still with me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you are still with me. 1 in the chat if you are still with me. Right? 1 in the chat if you are still with me. Right? 1 in the chat if you are still with me. All right, cool. So let's get into it, right? Now, a word that we always hear, a word that, we literally hear all the time in this organization, right, within I Am Mastery Academy is your why, right? I was first exposed, to my why and told to figure out exactly what my why is and really just how to, hone in my business and ensure that I got everything I need to get done due to my why. I learned this, I got started in this opportunity in November 2018, and I found out about my why really in November 2018. I found out exactly what it was and the importance of it, right? I basically, I was on a call with Matt Rosa, Jason Brown, I think Alex, I think it may have just been Matt Rosa, Jason Brown. And Matt Rosa was talking about your why and how your why should continue to drive you, continue to make sure that you get to the next level in everything that you do, and just really continue to make sure that you get everything that you possibly need to get done in life, right? These are principles that you can use within this business and outside of this business, right? So, during this time, I'm trying to figure out my why. I'm sitting down thinking, okay, why exactly, back when I got started, I paid $217 to get started, right? So $217 I paid to get started. And, I'm thinking, I'm a junior in college, I'm thinking, well, $217, whatever the case may be, hey, might as well do it, right? And, I didn't realize that me paying that $217 was going to actually change the entire trajectory of not only my life, but my family's life, right? So early on, I was told, you need to figure out why you're doing this or you're going to stop, right? So I realized exactly what my why is. And my why is to make sure, that my mom never has to worry about working again. right? She's a teacher. She's a teacher in Metro Atlanta. So, you know, with everything that is going on with COVID-19, all these different things, I want to make sure that she, if she doesn't want to go back to work or if she doesn't feel comfortable going to work, that I'm able to say, hey, you know, here's this, I'll replace your salary, I can pay you this, I'm making this, whatever the case may be, right? So that's part of my why, is to make sure that my mom is good, to make sure that she's getting everything that she possibly can get done for herself, and making sure that I'm able to do this for her, right? Making sure that I'm able to give her money when she needs it, making sure that I'm able to fulfill her financial needs, right? So that is a part of my why, right? Another part of my why is my younger brother. He started a business. He has a clothing business, right? So in order to have a business, you need what is called capital. Everyone knows what capital is, right? I'm pretty sure everyone knows what capital is. So with him needing capital, with him needing people to invest in his business, whatever the case may be, guess what? It is my job as his older brothers to step in and help him, right? Because I want to make sure that he gets everything that he possibly can get done in life, and I want to make sure that, you know, he sees success that he had that he wants to see, right? So those are my two main whys, right? But I always think of your why, it's not always something good. Your why can be something bad that has happened to you. And I want everyone to write this down, right? I really want everyone to write this down. I came up with this, you know, on a call a few weeks or a few months ago, and it really stuck with me, right? Your why is literally a combination of who hurt you and who helped you. Can everyone drop that in the chat, right? Can everyone drop that in the chat? Your why is a combination of who hurt you and who helped you. It's a combination of both. Often we focus on, oh, well, yeah, my why is this positive thing. And, you know, it's to retire my mom and it's to help these people out, whatever the case may be. Everyone has this generic why, but we don't like to talk about some of the things that propel us to go further as well, right? We're literally propelled to go further sometimes by the things, you know, we're propelled to go far by the people that count us out sometimes, right? We're propelled to go further by pretty much everyone at the end of the day. We're propelled to go further by the positivity and propelled to go further by the negativity, right? But rather than responding to the negativity in a negative way, you should utilize that negativity as fuel, right? It should become a part of your why, right? It should become a part of who hurt you, right? So whoever hurts you, right? I know some people, you know, they get started in the opportunity and they think, well, this person automatically is going to get started in my business. This person automatically is going to plug into my business. This person automatically is going to actually sit down and truly say, okay, cool. You know, I actually see the importance of this opportunity. I see why you want me to get started with you. I see why you want me to become a customer in your business. So guess what? I'm going to actually sit here and I'm going to get started with you. And a lot of us end up hurt when that isn't necessarily the case, right? A lot of us end up hurt when that isn't necessarily the case. But rather than you sitting here and feeding in negative energy into it, saying, well, I don't understand. I've known this person for this long. This is literally my brother. This is literally my sister. I've done so many things for them. I've done this. I've done that, whatever the case may be. You literally should say, okay, cool. This is going to fuel my success a little bit more. This is going to be the reason that I run a little bit harder. This is going to be the reason that I get to the next level in this opportunity, right? This is going to be the reason that actually fuels me. The person that hurt me, the people that hurt me. A lot of times we get so caught up in some of the negative things. We get so caught up in the things that people say to us, and we feel like they're doing it to us. But they're really doing it for us. You needed to hear that no. You needed to realize that that person had something negative to say about you, or that person had a negative feeling about your business, because it was meant to drive you a little bit further. It was meant to push you a little bit further. It was meant to actually ensure that you got every single thing that you possibly could get out of this opportunity, right? Like Jamesh just said, that person was meant to leave your life. That person was meant to go. That person obviously was not able to get to the top with you. So as a result, whatever the higher power that you believe in, personally, I believe in God, right? God literally said, okay, cool, I'm going to remove this person from your life. Now, rather than you sitting around and actually being hurt, rather than you feeling some type of way about it, what do? You utilize that as fuel. You utilize that as fuel for your fire. You literally utilize all of that negativity, all of that bad energy, everything that they are saying to and about you, you literally utilize it and it fuels your fire. You should use all of that negativity. You should literally put it in a gas can, and the fire that is your business, you should pour it onto your business and watch your business explode. Watch the enrollments come. Watch the impact come. Watch the ranks come. Watch you continue to be able to advance so many people and help so many people feel their why, right? Utilize the negativity that's given to you to fuel what you're doing in this business, right? Utilize that, right? Now, another aspect of who hurt you, right, is sometimes the things that you go through on your way to the top in this business. Right? Sometimes, we're humans at the end of the day. I'm not even saying sometimes we're humans. We're humans at the end of the day. There are different things that happen in our lives, right? It's crazy. My mom is actually on this call. I just saw her comment, right? Shout out to my mom, right? That's crazy. But there are different things in this business that literally happen, right? There are different things that happen in your business or in your life. Rather than you literally sitting here and saying, well, this happened to me. My boyfriend broke up with me. My girlfriend broke up with me. I lost my job, right? Whatever the case may be, utilize that as a reason to go a little bit harder, right? I've literally seen so many people come into the opportunity and they may lose their job. And they'll text me and they're like, I lost my job. Levi, I lost my job. I don't know what to do. Well, guess what? You lost that job for a reason, right? You lost that job for a reason. That job was the reason that you were being held back. That job was the reason that you weren't growing at the rate that you deserve to grow at, right? I've seen so many people say, due to COVID-19, whatever the case may be, I'm not getting hours at work. Well, guess what? During COVID-19, we've literally seen so much growth, right? Sometimes we're so focused on holding on to the things that really don't matter. You're focused on making on a job, that you're making $8 or $9 an hour at, maybe $250 every 2 weeks, or maybe $250 a week, when you have an opportunity where you're literally seeing people make so much money every single week from simply impacting the lives of other people, right? What you're making in an hour or in a day at your job, right? What you were making in a day or maybe in a week at your job, you're making in an hour now, because you decided to shake that job and you decided to literally sit down and say, okay, cool, I am going to win. I am going to get it done, right? You literally said, although my back is against the wall, right? Although I don't know how I'm going to put food on my plate, although I don't understand, how I'm going to pay my car note or how I'm going to pay my rent or how I'm going to pay my bills or whatever the case may be, I understand that everything happens for me and not to me. Can everyone drop that in the chat? I understand that everything happens for me and not to me, right? Drop for me and not to me in the chat. Everything happens for you and not to you, right? It happened for you, right? Utilize that to fuel your fire, right? That happened for you. It didn't happen to you. It happened for you. Whatever hurt you, it happened for you. That hurt was for you, right? But a lot of times we like to sit and we like to wallow in that hurt instead of saying, okay, it happened. Now what? The energy that you put into wallowing in that hurt or into feeling hurt about something that happened to you, imagine if you put that energy into your business. Utilize that negativity to fuel your fire. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. I'm pretty sure that's Newton's first or second or third law, whatever the case may be, right? So there is energy. It's energy, right? The same negative energy has the same power as positive energy. At the end of the day, put that energy into your business, right? Put that energy into your business. Propel that energy into your business and watch the way that you grow, right? So I literally just went over how you can utilize who hurt you as a way to grow your business. Now I'm going to go over how you can utilize who helped you to grow your business, right? So I went over who hurt you. I'm going to go over who helped you, right? This is still the why portion. I haven't even gotten to the culture portion, right? But drop a 1 in the chat if you're picking up what I'm putting down. If you're understanding what I'm saying, drop a 1 in the chat. Okay, cool. Now, the thing is, there are plenty of people who have helped you throughout your life, right? There are plenty of people that have pushed you to the next level. Those are a part of the people who helped you. Those are a part of what is called your positive why. Drop positive why in the chat, right? Drop positive why in the chat. I need to see positive why in the chat, right? They're a part of your positive why, right? They're a part of your positive why. Now, you have a positive why, right? And that positive why is what propels you as well, right? It's not more powerful than the negative Y. It's not less powerful than the negative Y. Why? Because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So all energy has the same power, right? So your positive Y. Right now, the simple definition that we utilize for positive Y is typically, oh well, I want to retire my mom, or I want to retire my dad, or I want to pay this off, or I want to pay that off, whatever the case may be, right? But you really should dig a little bit deeper, right? Why do you want to retire your mom? Have you seen her work a little bit too much? Have you seen her come home and be complaining and tired about her job? Right? Have you seen that? Right? For me, I realized I have to do literally everything that I possibly can do to get my mom off of her job when she was working and teaching with stage 4 breast cancer. When she literally told her doctor, who told her, well, you need to stay home. You don't need to go to work. You need to stay home and get better. And she was literally still going to work because she said, I have 2 sons that are dependent on me. I have one who's a college student and I have one who's in high school. So I have no choice. They're all I have. I'm all they have. So at the end of the day, I still have to get it done, right? So every day that I don't feel like getting up, right? Every day I don't feel like getting up out of my bed and calling people or getting on the phone or doing whatever is instrumental to growing my business, I think about that, right? I think about that because my mom was in way worse shape than I am. Right? She was laying in the bed, she was going to work Monday through Thursday, going to work Monday through Wednesday, going to chemo on Thursday, back at work on Friday, feeling like crap throughout the weekend and trying to get up and go to work on Monday. Why? Because she understood that we were her why. She understood that every single day that she went to work, she was providing for us. She was doing for us. She understood the importance of doing for us. Right? I can vividly remember being in college and my car started to sort of have some problems. And she was literally like, I don't want you driving that car. Right? Someone who has stage 4 breast cancer, who has been told you have a 19-20% chance of living. She went to the car dealership, bought a car so that I could have a car to drive. And you really think that I'm going to sit here and allow someone who gets up 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week, even on the weekend, to grind and hustle, to put food in my mouth, to put food in my brother's mouth, to do everything for us to make sure that we never are struggling, that we are never in a position where we have to ask anyone for anything. You think that I'm not every single day going to do everything that I need to do, right? But see, if I would have just said, well, my wife's to retire my mom, I could have easily said, well, she'll retire, in maybe 10 years. All the time she talks about, well, I can retire in 10 years. I can retire in 15 years. I'm thinking, no, I'm retiring you this year. Your days of teaching are about to be over. You don't have to worry about that anymore. You don't have to worry about anything anymore, right? But every single day that I decide that I don't want to get up and work, guess what I'm doing? I'm delaying that. Right? I'm delaying that. I'm literally saying, okay, cool. Yeah, mom, go ahead and go to work. Everything will be fine. Don't worry about it. Work till you're 70 like the average adult. Right? This isn't an average business. I'm not an average person. Right? Anyone that is connected to me is not going to have an average life. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Right? I didn't necessarily come from a rich family, but a rich family is going to come from me. A rich family is going to come from me. Right? So every single day, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to grind, I'm going to hustle. Right? Every single day that I see my brother manually printing out labels for his business, ordering different things for his business, reinvesting into his startup, reinvesting into everything that he's doing, I'm going to work so that I can say, hey, here's 10 bands, go buy you an office space. Here's 5 bands, go buy some products. Right? Here's this, go do this. Go ahead and get your LLC. Go do the things that you need to do, right? So those are my whys, right? You have to figure out what is your why, right? Think about some of the things that affected you in your childhood, right? Think about some of the things that you saw that you don't want to see with your family, right? For example, if growing up you noticed you didn't necessarily have food or your lights were turned off, or finances were a problem, or you know, this, that, and the third was an issue, then guess what? That should be your why, to ensure that your kids never experience those things. You should go as hard as you can every single day. But I'm going to be 100% honest with you, right? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. If you are a quitter in one thing, you are not going to make it in this. I'm sorry to step on any toes, but it is the truth. If you are a quitter in one thing, you are not going to make it in this. I was told by someone that if I may not be able to graduate, and do this business, right? I may not be able to graduate and do this business, or it will stunt my growth in the business, whatever the case may be. I said, okay, cool. I graduated from the University of Georgia with my bachelor's degree in business marketing in 3 years. It was supposed to take me 4 or 5. I graduated in 3. Right? Because I understood that there was absolutely no use in me saying, well, school is holding me back. Well, this is holding me back. Well, that's holding me back. Right? I literally said, okay, cool. People are saying it's impossible. It seems like it may be impossible. Well, it's not impossible to me. Right? I'm going to get it done. I'm going to grind. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to do every single thing that I possibly can every single day to ensure that I get it done. Right? But if you fail at anything, right? If you are not the type of person that likes to get goals done, if you're not the type of person that likes to continue to push every single day, then guess what? You're not going to win this. I'm sorry, this is not for you. If you like to start things and quit them, I'm sorry, this is not for you. If you like to blame different things on different things, I'm sorry, this is not for you. You can get this done doing anything. You can get this done doing anything. There are people that are in law school. There are people that are in grad school. There are people that are in college. Drop a 1 in the chat if you are a college student. There are plenty of college students in this. There are NFL players doing this. There are basketball players doing this. There is no excuse. If you're going to get it done, by any means, you're going to get it done. But the only way that you're going to get it done is if your why is strong enough. Your why has to be strong enough. If your why is weak, if the reason that you're doing this is weak, then you're not going to win. You're not going to see the results that you want to see. You're not going to see the growth that you want to see. You're not going to see the elevation that you want to see. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Right? So really ask yourself, how strong is your why? How strong is the reason that you are doing this? Right? How strong is the reason that you are plugging in? How strong is the reason that you are running in this? How strong is it? Right? So that's really something that I want everyone to really think about. Really sit down and ask yourself, like after this call or during this call, really write it down. What am I doing with this opportunity? One thing that I used to do with new leaders that came into my organization as a Platinum 2000, I would literally ask them, if I gave you $10,000 right now, what would you do with it? Or if you got $10,000 every single month for the rest of your life, what would you do with it? Right? And I asked them, think about when you think about, giving up on this opportunity, or you think about saying, I've had enough, these people have left my business, it's not looking too strong, whatever the case may be, think about that. Really think about walking away from that, and really think about not ever experiencing that, right? When you actually sit down and you say, well, I think I'm done. I think this is enough. I think this is it. I don't, I think I've had enough, right? Think about that. Think about the lost opportunities that you're having, right? So, that's really, what I wanted to say about the importance of your why. Right? What I wanted to say really about the importance of your why. Your why is so important. I'm going to touch on that when I get to culture, right? But drop a 1 in the chat if you're still with me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're still with me. If you're still learning, if you're still getting some value, right? Okay, cool. Right? So I told you your why is important, right? I told you why your why is important. Now I'm going to go over the importance of your culture, the importance of culture in your organization, right? The importance of culture in your organization, right? Now culture is something that is something that you're known for, right? It's something that literally everyone knows you for. Everything has a unique culture, right? Countries have cultures, cities have cultures, right? Different people have cultures, right? Everything has a culture, right? Trade House has a culture. Dignified Drip has a culture. The Launchpad has a culture. I Am Mastery Academy as a whole has a culture, right? So it is important for you to create a culture inside of your own organization, right? It is important for you to create some level of culture inside of your own organization in order to see the success that you want to see, right? So to see the success that you want to see, you have to have a culture, right? People should see something or see you, and they should see something. They should literally be like, okay, cool. This is this person's, or, oh, that makes sense because they do this, or that makes sense because they move like this. When people look at Dignified Drip, the culture that Chairman 100 Do has created is a culture of unity, is a culture of unity and everyone being together, right? Everyone being joined together, right? That is the culture of Dignified Drip, right? That is the culture of Dignified Drip. Right? When you look at the Launchpad, we have our own culture, right? People see us, right? They see the unity that we have. They see the strong relationship that we have. They see the strong vibe that we have. They see the fact that, you know, we literally are always together, right? We're always conjoined. We're always together. If we're in different cities, we're, you know, there's always one or two or three of us always together, right? Because we're unified. Right? So they see that culture, right? But culture is built, right? Culture is built. One of my, you know, one of my chairmen, right? Platinum 2000 right now, but Chairman 750, literally by next year this time, Asher Spivey, remember the name, right? I was talking to him about this call, and I literally said, bro, I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. He said, you should talk about culture, right? So, you know, we came up with this algorithm, and something. Yeah, that we came up with this formula together. There's an A word that I'm looking for. I forgot the name of the word, right? But we came up with this word together, right? And it's culture, right? So culture stands the C acronym. It's acronym, right? It's acronym. But the C in culture, right? The C in culture, right? I want everyone to make sure that they're writing this down. It's for customers, right? The C in culture is for customers, right? Now, customers are people that come into your business, right? Customers are people that come into your business. So there are people that pay, you know, the $235 for the platinum package, which comes with the harmonic scanner, which comes with I Am Academy, which comes with Go Live, which comes with all of that good stuff. The people that pay the $235 for the elite package, right? Which comes, you know, with all of the products, all of the things, you know, that we're utilizing to make money, right? So there are two types of customers, right? Those are your main two types of customers. There are different types of, you know, packages and things that are nature that you can order, but those are the two main types of customers, right? So culture is built from customers, right? You have to have customers to have a culture. You have to have people in your business to have a culture, right? Am I right or am I wrong, right? You have to have people, members, in order to have a culture. That's probably the most important thing to have a culture, because if you don't, then who's going to lead the culture? Who's going to run with the culture, right? So the customer base that you have in your business, right? You should really honestly be working with 20% of those customers, right? 80% of the time. Basically meaning about 20% of those customers are going to be the next you. 20% of those customers are going to be the next independent business owner, are going to be the next Platinum 1000 in your organization, maybe the next Platinum 2000 in your organization, maybe the next Platinum 5000 or Chairman 10 or Chairman Elite in your organization, right? 20% of those people are going to fit that criteria to get to the next level. Right? So you should be working with that 20% of those people about 80% of the time, right? And when I say that, right, I basically mean working with them, you know, on the phone with them, building a relationship with them, right? One thing that I will say in this organization, in this opportunity, in this business, I have built a lot of relationships that have literally turned into lifelong friendships, right? I'm literally surrounded with people that have the same mindset as me, that have the same goals as me, the same aspirations as me, some of the same, you know, same things in life that, you know, that I've always wanted, right? You know, when I went to school, I expected to see some of those things, you know, inside of, you know, school. I expected to meet some of those people as peers, whatever the case may be, and I didn't, right? But through this opportunity, through I Am Mastery Academy, and through my ability to build relationships, which came from me hopping on FaceTime sessions and being on the phone with people and calling people and building a relationship with them, right? I've made these relationships. Building that bond has created that relationship, right? So you're going to be working with about 20% of your customers 80% of the time, right? And what you're going to be doing while you're working with those customers is pushing them to utilize, right? Pushing them to utilize. So that is the you in customer, right? I mean, in culture, right? The you in culture, right? So C is for your customers, right? That 20, working with the, 20%, 80% of the time, the you is for utilize, right? You're pushing them to utilize, right? You're pushing them to utilize the products that are offered through I Am Master Academy. So you're pushing them to utilize 𝐿𝐾𝐄. You're pushing them to utilize 𝐷eLorean. You're pushing them to utilize Steady. You're pushing them to utilize the harmonic scanner. You're pushing them to utilize, pivots. You're pushing them to utilize the different products that are used in I Am Master Academy for education. You're pushing them to hop on Dr. Kim, Dr. Kathy, and Kim and Luke's, sessions at 9 a.m. Or you're pushing them, to hop on some of the different calls throughout the day on Go Live, right? You're pushing them to do these things, right? You're pushing them to go on I Am Center and play some of the games that came out in I Am Center, right? You're pushing them to utilize the products that they pay for, right? Now, one thing that I will say, there is no way that you're going to be able to push them to utilize a product that you don't actually use, right? So as an independent business owner and as someone who is impacting the lives of other people, it's very important to ensure that you always maintain an active platinum or elite package, right? Because you aren't going to be able to show people what you're doing and how to do it and how to utilize it if you don't have that active package, right? So when you have that active package, you're able to show people how to utilize, right? Now, as a Platinum 150, or really honestly, even as a Platinum 600, as someone with a smaller organization, basically what you're able to do is you're able to do what are called breakout sessions or one-on-one sessions. Basically meaning you're literally able to sit down, right? You're literally able to sit down maybe one-on-one with someone and show them, hey, this is a strategy that I utilize with 𝐿𝐾𝐄. Hey, this is how I utilize trades from the harmonic scanner. Hey, this is how I utilize pivots. Hey, this is how I do this, whatever the case may be. Now, in a larger setting, as your organization grows, which is going to happen as long as your why is strong enough, right? As long as the reason that you're doing this is strong enough, your organization is going to grow. Naturally, you're going to start migrating towards Zoom calls like this one, right? Now, on these Zoom calls, basically what you're doing on these Zoom calls is you're literally sitting down, right? You're literally sitting down and educating a massive group of people. Right? You're sitting down and you're educating a massive group of people. So you're showing a large group of people exactly what you're doing, right? So as a Chairman 10, right? As a Chairman 10, I've done so many different calls, for my organization, right? So many different calls for my organization, showing them how to utilize different products, right? So maybe showing them how to utilize 𝐿𝐾𝐄 or how to utilize the harmonic scanner or how to utilize this or how to utilize that, right? And, when I was a Platinum 5,000, Platinum 2,000, Platinum 1,000, whatever the case may be, it was only me. I was the only person that knew how to do it, right? But through me building leaders, through me creating that relationship with my entire organization, but honing in on that top 20%, that is, the next me in my organization, I found people that are able to duplicate the things that I'm doing. Right. So I found people that can now do the Gold Cup trainings. I found people now that can do the 𝐷eLorean trainings. I found people now that can do the harmonic scanner trainings. Right. And show different people another way to make money. Show different people another way to utilize the products. Right. So that is the you that is the you, right? Utilizing products. But in order to utilize the products, you have to actually have it. You have to actually be active. You have to actually have, a way to make money with it. You have to actually have a way to grow from it, right? You have to actually show some type of results, or you're not going to be able to show someone how to utilize, right? Now the L stands for leverage, right? Leverage, right? You have to leverage the success of other people, right? Leverage the success of other people. Right? And when I say leverage the success of other people, I basically mean using someone else's success to get you to the next level, to propel you to the next level, right? Now, if you're trying to show someone, hey, this is what Chairman 10 is, and you aren't a Chairman 10, you know that you may only be a Platinum 150 or a Platinum 600, then guess what? You need to say, hey, this is my mentor, Levi. He's a Chairman 10. He just did this, he did that, whatever the case may be. This is how he did it, and I have the blueprint to show you how to get there, right? I have the blueprints to show you how to get there. Right now, if you're a male and you have, girl leaders, you have female leaders on your team, and you want them to have a chairwoman to look up to, or a girl Platinum 5,000 or a woman Platinum 5,000, whatever the case may be, then you can leverage someone else. You can show them, hey, women are doing this as well, right? If you're a girl and you have, a guy that you want to inspire, a guy that you want to help, you can say, hey, guys are doing this as well. I have this person that's a chairman, or I have this person that's a chairwoman, whatever the case may be, right? So you have to leverage the success of other people, right? Now, a lot of times people may not necessarily be inspired by your success, right? What inspires me may not inspire you. What inspires you may not inspire me. That is why there are over, 100,000 members in I Am Mastery Academy. There are so many different people that can inspire you. There are people from all different walks of life, all different shapes, forms, sizes, colors, whatever the case may be. So you're literally able to find someone that inspires you by leveraging the success of other people, right? So as a mentor, or as an independent business owner, or as someone who has, value, or someone who is showing different people another way, right? What you should do is you should literally sit down and you should literally say, okay, cool. This is all the success that I've seen, right? This is all the success that I've seen. This is success for the week, right? It should literally be on your story, on your page, whatever the case may be, on your Facebook, whatever the case may be, literally sitting here saying, hey, this is this person, they're this amount of years old, and they've experienced this amount of success. They've done this, they've done that, right? That should be your goal. That should be your focus, and that should be what drives you every single day, right? Experience and showing someone else's success, and ensuring that people are seeing the success of other people, right? Ensuring that people are seeing the success of maybe someone that, doesn't necessarily look like them, right? That doesn't necessarily look like them, right? So T, right? T is for talk, right? Talk your talk, right? Talk your talk, right? Do the things and edify yourself and talk about yourself, talk about your organization, right? Talking is so instrumental and so important, to ensuring that you, right, get to the next level. If no one would have ever talked to me, if no one would have ever talked to my mentor, then I wouldn't be a part of this opportunity, right? So you have to actually talk. You have to open your mouth. You have to speak, right? Talking is very important to building a culture, right? You leverage some success to help build a culture, and now you have to actually talk. Now you have to actually speak. Now you have to actually utilize your voice in order to ensure that you're getting to the next level and you're advancing your people, right? So talking isn't necessarily always just talking, to people on your team, right? Talking could be talking to a mentor, and your mentor isn't necessarily always the person that signed you up, right? It isn't always the person that signed you up. Your mentor can be someone different, right? You can find mentors in any way, walk, form, shape of life, right? Your mentor can be someone that you've literally never spoken to a day in your life. I consider 𝐷𝐸𝐻𝐸 one of my mentors, and I've never spoken to him directly, right? So you have to, you're talking or you're being talked to. You're talking or you're being talked to. Basically being poured into, basically getting some type of value, right? You have to understand the process, right? You, 𝐻𝐻𝐿, right? But for the purpose of this formula, you is just gonna be you, right? You have to understand the process that you're going through, right? Understand what you're going through, right? Understand, when that trade hit stop loss, maybe it wasn't meant for you to make money that night. Right? When that person leaves your business, they weren't meant to be in your business, right? When this happens, this wasn't meant. When that happens, that wasn't meant. It goes back to your why, right? Goes back to the reason why you're doing this, right? If you utilize your you, right? If you utilize your you, as you, right? And as understanding the process, understanding why you're doing this, understanding some of the things that are happening to you, then it strengthens your culture, right? Because those experiences become a part of some of the things that are part of your culture, right? You wouldn't have a culture if you didn't have this unique experience, right? You can also stand for unique experience, right? You wouldn't have a culture if you didn't have this unique experience, right? Who are you without, your story, right? There's an old saying that goes, you can't have a testimony without a test. It's literally impossible. If you take out test from testimony, there's just a moment, right? You have to actually have a test, right? Your process is your test. Are you going to pass it or are you going to fail it? Right? Are you going to pass it? Are you going to fail it? Is your why going to be strong enough to help you pass that test? Or is it going to be so weak that you fail that test? Right? So you have to actually understand that process. You have to understand that it's you, and you have to actually understand, right, that it is your unique journey. It's unique. It's unique at the end of the day, right? It's unique. Now the R, right? The R stands for retain, right? Retain, right? You have to keep who comes into your organization. Right? You have to keep the people that are coming to your organization, right? Now you have the customers, you're helping them utilize the products, you're leveraging this success, right? You're talking your talk, you're talking to new people, you're face behind the camera, you're on the Zoom calls, you're talking to your mentors, whatever the case may be. You're understanding that you are responsible for your success. You're understanding your process, and you're understanding, that this is your unique journey, but you have to retain, right? You have to retain, right? You have to retain. You have to have retention, right? And what I mean by having some retention is actually ensuring that every single time that someone comes into your business, that it is not their last time, right? It's not their last time. They come into your business and they don't leave, right? They're staying with you. They're happy, satisfied customers. They're receiving the value that they deserve to receive because they came into your business, right? So you're helping them get their account set up. You're helping them do the things that you need to make sure that they're getting done, right? You're helping them to make the money that they need to make. You're helping them to grow the way that they need it to grow. You're helping them to see all of the success, all of the growth, everything that they need to see. You're ensuring that it is getting done for them, right? So your R is that retention, right? You have to retain. Keep those people in your business. Keep those people a part of your business. Make sure that those people understand the importance of being a part of not only your business, but a part of the I Am Mastery Academy family, right? Understanding that this is the fastest growing company in the world. Understanding that in a year or 2 years or 5 years, this company will be astronomical. All right, understanding in 40 or 50 years, or even sooner than that, this company will be featured in textbooks, right? Understanding that, we are transforming into the digital age, right? So really just making sure that you're retaining them so that they can be a part of that, so they can be a part of that history, and so that they can continue to see that success that they want to see, right? So that they can continue to see that growth that they want to see, right? And the E is continuously elevating yourself, right? Continuously elevating yourself, continuously making sure that you're growing, continuously making sure that you're seeing a change of scenery, right? Making sure, that you're traveling, that you're eating different, that, that your team is traveling with you, that your team is eating different, right? Making sure that you're seeing different things, different levels of growth, right? The E is for elevate, right? Elevating yourself, elevating your team, ensuring that your team is growing, ensuring that you're growing, ensuring that your team is seeing success, ensuring that you're seeing success. You should literally put your team in front of you, right? Your team should come before you. Your team should be more important than you. Your team should, see the growth before you really see it, right? Your team should be so important to you that it's just like, okay, cool. I have to make sure that this person sees this success before I see it. I have to make sure that this person sees this growth before I see it. I have to make sure that this person, gets to this level before I get to this level, right? You should literally put your team on your back and ensure that you are elevating them, right? Ensure that they are always elevating, right? Now your culture, right? That is how you're going to build your culture. That's how your culture is going to grow as a result, right? But none of this will be possible. None of this is going to be possible, and none of this is going to happen if your why isn't truly there, if your why isn't truly present, if your why isn't actually strong enough. Right? So ensure that your why is actually strong enough so that you can build that culture that you need to see in your organization. And I promise you, once you have that why, once that why is established, right? Once that why is actually established, and once the reason that you're doing this is established, once you realize exactly why, that culture, right? That culture is going to come naturally. As long as you plug into those steps that I gave you, that culture is going to come naturally, and you're going to see literally quantum leap growth in a short period of time in your business, right? So drop a 1 in the chat if that helped you, right? Drop a 1 in the chat if that helped you. Drop a 1 in the chat if that helped you, right? All right, cool. So I'm seeing that it helped quite a few people. I'm seeing that it has helped quite a few people. I'm seeing that it has helped quite a few people. And I absolutely love it. So these are I'm literally telling y'all the things that helped me, to be able to grow my business, right? Because I honestly went through a period where my business wasn't necessarily growing the way that I wanted to see it grow. And I sat down and I realized, okay, I have to figure out how to do something. I have to figure out something a little bit different, to ensure that my business grows, to ensure that my business goes to the next level, to ensure that I create a Chairman empire, and ensure, that my team is a Chairman team, is a Chairman organization, right? So, that's pretty much all that I have for you guys tonight. If someone could do me a favor and drop my Instagram in the chat, right? So that, so that family can connect, from different teams. I love meeting different people. You can DM me with whatever questions or whatever the case may be that you may have. I will try to get back to your DMs, and I will try to answer those questions and make sure that everyone grows, right? But I really look forward to doing another one of these calls with you guys. This is absolutely fun. I absolutely loved it. I love you guys. Thank you, to Matt Rosa. Thank you to Brandon Thompson. Thank you, to everyone that made this call possible. I absolutely appreciate y'all. I absolutely love y'all. I look forward to doing another one of these calls, and I will see y'all at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. I'm out.